Well, hi there. Good morning. I am gonna do a couple things today. I was planning on just doing pots and bones and trying that mode for the first time, and we're still gonna do that. But overnight, the newest Reddit Weekly got posted, and so I was like, you know what? This is a good opportunity to jump in and just get this one done, and that way I can either do other things later in the week or whatever. So we're gonna dive into this and see how it goes. So let's jump in and we're gonna get moving here because I have no idea how long Pots and Bones is gonna take me because I've never run that mode before. So we'll give it a shot. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Let's do a peek now. Okay, Red Crystal Desert. Easy enough. Not too impressed with the 5 rupee prize there, but oh well. Move. Okay. Let's kill one of these guys and see if we get any drops. Nope. Quake. Alright. Well, let's do the rest of this stuff and see if we get anything good. Well, just pieces of heart. 3 of them already. Alright, maybe the bush crab will save us. Or one of the items in the Lost Woods. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on some bombs. Or at least a lot more money. We might as well grab the rupees here. I'll also fill up my magic, so thank you. I'm not wasting my time chasing that down. Okay. We shouldn't need that, but I'm gonna just mark it anyway. There's the money. Alright, now we can afford bombs and bottle vendor, if that's what it comes to. So I'll probably route the village backwards. We'll just check the back of the tavern and then buy bombs and just get everything else. Or maybe I'll buy bottle vendor on the way down or something. Nah, we'll just do it this way. It's only a $50 penalty, I guess, and it's a little bit more efficient to do this. Alright, now we don't have to worry at all. Just handing me the money. Alright, money well spent. Okay. Don't have to chase down the pearl, that's good. And we don't have to chase down an ice rod. Incoming pendant, turtle rock. Alright. We really don't have much of a direction yet. Gross. Well, we'll take a peek at library and race game, and then I guess we go south, because this has been nothing but trash up here. I mean, we got a sword and moon pearl. It's good. But it sure doesn't give me much of a direction of where to go. I mean, we're going to do the southern checks, and we have escape open. Okay. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's peek over here. Oh, there it is, a glove. Okay. Alright, we'll do the back of escape then right after this. You almost had to feel like there could be something there just because the rest of the village was kind of meh. Okay. That glove also puts Zora in logic, and we had the money. And with the Moon Pearl, fake flippering is definitely an attractive idea, which we could do all that when we go back down south. Alright, so we're item tight in the front. That's good to know. Alright, that's trash. Never mind about fake flippering. Alright, blue mail's helpful. Boomerang, mid. But whatever, I'll take it. I pressed the button and I didn't swipe. Maybe I didn't press it hard enough. Another good item. Not helpful right away, but certainly nice to have early. Let's go say hi to our friend under the bridge. And peek at this. Oh, hello. Alright, that's really good to know. Money is certainly not an issue this seed. Holy cow. Alright. Let's check the rest of our waterlock stuff. Beautiful. Now I have some incentive to go up the mountain. And sequence break that, possibly. A shovel? We'll be grabbing that too, because who knows what that turns into. Like, you have a hook shot, use it. Sure. Not ideal, but we'll take it. I'm really curious about checking that shovel, like, immediately. I don't know why. So, I think I'm going to, just because it's funny. Of course, I'm going the wrong way. I'm gonna check Agina's cave, since I've committed to doing this. And that's fine. You can also peek at the desert ledge item, because at some point we're going to get in that dungeon. Okay. Just bombs. Not exactly worth, but whatever. Alright, now let's actually check the dig spot. And then, I don't know, I really should just sequence break the mountain, but I kind of want to check it, Saha's closet too. I have that in the front of escape. Like, I have 8 items, locations down here before I even go up the mountain. So it's like, do I just do them all? Probably, because the mountain's really not in logic. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Plus I have Eastern. Let's do the front of escape. I feel like this is probably a better move, but let's find out. Alright, that might be important. So glad we just came here and got it. So all the medallions in my possession. Garbage, stun prize. Let's take the Death Warp and get the Dark Cross chest. While we're here. Where am I? There. The hell? Okay. Okay. Let's reset that one more time. Okay. Not there. Well, the logical access is probably at either Saha or Eastern. And that means it's either lamp or flute, probably, unless it just goes ahead and gives me hammer so I can, or, yeah, it's gotta be hammer for Dark World access. So, this is probably the best call, is just to go for this. pod. All right. Let's see what's here. All right, immediate big key. Okay, I called that. So that does put... Oh my god! You know, I really wish I would have said it. I actually thought, wouldn't it be wild if both lamp and bow were both in here? That's incredible. Hold on. This stupid robot vacuum, I gotta take care of it. Give me 1 second, please. If I don't do that, it'll come in here and get caught on wires and shit, so that's kind of annoying. Alright, let's resume. This is amazing, honestly. Alright, so let's see if the last item's over here. If not, we'll just go right to Armos, because we can get the crystal here. And then we can go up the mountain and do other stuff. I didn't really want to kill that, but here we are. Alright, cool. Vanilla bow. Love it. I need arrows. There are some in a pot here. And there's 20 right before the boss, so we'll be fine. Alright. I still can't believe that happened. Alright. Time to go up the mountain. That's wild. So basically, the hammer's got to be up here somewhere. Or it's access to Aga. And it makes us go all the way around. But I'm hoping that it's just the hammer. Because no one wants to do shitty Dark World access and have to go all the way around to eventually get things. Actually, I would deal with it if... Because I could still get to the mitts. If the mirror at least shows up, then it wouldn't be so bad. Alright, let's go and just check Spec Rock. Okay. We're not going to grab those either. So let's head to Paradox. There it is. Alright, Paradox had some goodies. That was so bad. Peek at Floating Island. We could do Spiral Cave. Actually, we can go over and do Hera. That's really what we need to do. Alright, let's do Hera, and then we'll come back and do Spiral. This is the correct move. Okay. Alright, really hoping second item drops on Mulgrim, please. Nice. Okay. I will take those. It's actually really good for going into Spiral Cave, too. Alright. We're saving quit out of here. And we're gonna go... Let's actually just go ahead and check hype real quick. And then we'll head over to the Thieves area. God forbid we get our hands on a fire rod or something. Jerk. Alright, what's the verdict here? Oh, of course, Thieves is a pendant. Alright, so Meyer, and then it was... Shit, was it Ice? Yeah, Ice and Thieves. And Meyer's the 5/6. Okay. Okay. We got a better boomerang. Alright, let's immediately... I hate all of this. You know what? Since both dungeons that are open to us are pendant dungeons, let's just check Pyramid and go directly to Pod. Screw it. I disagree. I think I gotta move over more when I do that particular section there. Okay, what? We'll just grab that just in case. Of course I didn't get it. 10 arrows. Okay. Ah, come on. And then this time I gotta debate whether or not I'm gonna leave if I get something good or if I stay. The good items, mirror leads to mitts, so we absolutely need mirror. We need fire rod. And we need a sword. Minimum. And a flute. About what I expected. Okay, that's actually good because I could just go... I don't even need to open up... So this has got to be a small key. Both these are small keys. I don't even need to go back there at all. Because I'm not opening up the main door, and I'm not opening up that door. So if I don't have to go back to the front, we're fine. And then we're going to skip Harmless Hellway, because that should be a key. And then we'll just walk it back, as much as that sucks. Alright, we should be item tight. Of course, this is looking like complete crap, unfortunately. Nice. Unfortunate. Whoops. Can't wait for this to be absolutely nothing, and then this ended up being a giant waste of my time. Just give me like one good item on Helma. That's all I want. Alright, something? Maybe? Nope. Well, we got a green pennant for our troubles, and maybe it wasn't a complete waste of time. Alright. So I'm gonna go up and do catfish. And then we'll save and quit and do some other things. Okay. Well, I'm glad it did that. Now we can go beat Desert. I didn't check it off, but I'm pretty sure that the item on the ledge was trash. It was like arrows or something, right? No bombs. Alright, either way. We don't need it, so we're not going to grab that. Let's see if Desert has an answer for us. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. So Swamp is wide open, and we can grab our mitts. We could actually do Swamp. And then do, grab the mitts and go right into Ice. That's not a bad set of progression right there. And that's our second item. We'll grab that, because Cape is decent. We still haven't even glanced at anything North Dark World. The bumper ledge could be something. I wonder if some people will delay catfish. I didn't delay it too long. I just did what might be a worthless pod before going there. Come on. Okay. Oh, gonna leave. Now I could check a few overworld spots before committing to Swamp. Only because, I mean, a sword upgrade would certainly be welcome. Not on Stumpy. Not there. Okay. Well, that was quick. Alright, let's go to Swamp then. I mean, we can go with the there's always a sword in Swamp, but we'll see what happens. Hello? That's one item. What am I doing? I went on automatic pilot here. I should have just grabbed it since I went that far, but that's alright. Watched my health here. Usually getting 2 items in those 2 chucks is a good sign just to rush the back and be good with it. We'll see. Really? There we go. Yeah, 2 items left. Gross. Okay. Forget it. We'll just spin to win. Yeah, we're just not getting those at all. Hilarious. Alright, good enough. Alright. Still 2 items in here. That sucks. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take that risk today, because every single time I come back in thinking, ooh, I might actually... Nah. It's always garbage. So... let's go with the it's gonna be garbage approach. We'll get our mitts and we'll go do ice. Besides, with the mitts, no, you gotta be kidding me, you bastard. Took my frickin' shield. Wow. That fairy pieced out. Whatever, I don't need you. This is actually going to be slightly dangerous. Time to get good. Wait, ice is a pendant? Ugh. I don't know why. I forgot. I don't want to be here then. I don't know why I had in my head that this was a crystal dungeon. Let's just open up the next few checks, and then maybe we'll piece out of here. If I do get something good, I'll feel pretty amazing about it. And if not, whatever. We have other things to do. Sure. Only one item left. It would help if we... I didn't want to do that. It's alright. I think this has to be the big key at this point, right? We've opened everything else. Alright, let's just get out of here. I'm gonna turn in this green pennant, and then we're gonna head over to the other part of the Dark World we haven't touched yet. Because we're still short of Fire Rod. That's a problem. Never mind. Alright, so beating Pod was hard required. That's really good. We're a flute away from go? Is that what we're missing? Alright. Alright, so we're gonna look around this area, and then we're gonna beat Skull Woods. We might just be heading up to Turtle Rock after this, because the flute could very well be something that's up there. Always happy when it ends up being not the last dungeon. Alright, that's one item. I can't believe I haven't found a single bottle yet. Like, we know where one is, but we can't get to it. At least we're not going to. Get frig out of there. Okay, I think this is probably a better use of our magic here for a second. Especially when that happens. Played really nice. Right up until here. There we go. Just got a face plant and get a hammer shot on him and he was good. A couple sword swipes would have done it too. We need one more item out of here. Alright, let's read Pet just to know. The flute could be here. Okay, that's good. Happy to see that that's not the answer. Alright. I gotta figure out that spike clip. It's kind of fun when you get it. Alright. So make sure we get out of here before the Gibdo comes after me. Alright. So nothing amazing here. Okay. That's skippable. Nice. I might also want to just turn in the mushroom while I'm here, because I'm not going to be back at any other point in this side of the world, probably. Oh, crap. Okay. We can just do it here. Wow. Okay. So this has really been bad. Alright, well, let's go and check Village of Outcast up before we commit to Death Mountain. Hey, look, my first bottle. Of course. Naturally. So I'll probably do the first 4 thieves. We might do the smith chain real quick. I don't know. At least do the hammer peg and return the smith itself. Purple chest is so slow, but This is gonna be a garbage. Everything's in the back, isn't it? No, come on. That's nice. 3 items in the back. I guess we just friggin' do it. I don't have to beat the dungeon, so we'll hope that there's nothing on blind, but there will be. I think we already got map and compass, so... Okay, whatever. Nice. Oh my god. Let's not make this dungeon longer than it needs to do. Really? Alright. Well, the question is, does blind bail us out again? It'd be pretty funny. But I think I'm just wasting my time. That was a great blind fight. Okay, that's good. I'll take the sword upgrade, because I wasn't finding any others. So that technically is required, though there's 2 others somewhere. Alright. Good for me, I guess. Let's go and just do this, stupid smith into hammer peg and see if this results in something. Then we're gonna go up on Death Mountain, because the answer's probably just up there. Okay, we certainly don't need the money at this point. No, screw it. I'm going up the mountain. This is the right play. It's possible it's not the answer, but this is definitely the right play. So Vamos was the answer. Not that it mattered, because we had all three pretty quickly. Okay. The other thing I wouldn't mind finding over here, besides obviously our Go Mode flute, would be maybe another sword, maybe the silvers. Maybe. Maybe wishful thinking. And we know the island was just like a red root or something, so we don't need to go for that. Okay, that's a nice safety item. Fuck you too, game. Alright. Time to go through TR. Almost missed that. We won't be able to skip any chests in here, just because we're still looking for something, but whatever. Nice that we got the powder, honestly. Might be using that powder again. Gross. Alright, nice to find. There it is. Alright, so we're in go. It's kind of open to find a sword in here, though. But I'm sure we'll run across one in GT. If not, well, then we got our work cut out for us. Alright, let's have a good hammer Trinux. Let's start that. You're not dead? God damn it. I'm getting completely trolled. Cool. What? It went through him! Twice! I'm dead. There's nothing more aggravating than just sucking at that fight. And then having the bad run back. Just to be safe. Less suckage this time, please. Alright. That's better. That's not better. Oh, that got real dangerous. Alright. I'll take it. Alright, so we need to activate the flute. I'm gonna buy a blue potion. And then we gotta go to Meyer. And I'll probably check the shed just to see if we get a tempered sword. But then we're just gonna go right into the dungeon. Luckily, we're gonna find a sword inside GT, so I'm not, like, overly concerned. But, not like we can't do Master Sword, I just don't want to. Double Bombos. It's the same as the Cas Boot Seed. That is exactly why we came in here. My day has been great. That is exactly why I went in there. Alright, that's wonderful. Now we can finish this up strong. That tells me a lot of people will probably finish this on Master unless there's a sword in GT along the path. And that's if they even check that. But if they don't grab the one on blind, then they're going to be looking for one at that point. So I bet you people will probably check inside Meyer's shed. Nice. Alright, we just need a big key and go. Naturally. Okay, likelihood is that's back this way. It could still be a cutscene, but we're gonna go with hopefully not. There it is. Just going this way. Bum, 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 bum. Whatever. Nice job walking into the wall. All right, let's get back up the mountain. I'm gonna rage. All right. So the only thing that's really interesting about the seed, if you went into Eastern quickly, you would have gotten rewarded big time with lamp and bow, like, in there, which is crazy. Pod really had trash, but the green pennant had the fire rod, and that was kind of key. Also, the book let me do desert a little bit earlier, and that was on catfish. So I got that stuff at a decent pace, but overall it just kind of felt slow. I did ice. I did, and that was trash. Thieves Town was mostly trash, except it did have a sword upgrade, which I'm grateful for. But if there's another sword upgrade in here, then it really wouldn't have mattered. There it is. So, perfect. We're out of here. Yeah, so Thieves ended up being a waste of time. Most people are probably going to end up with Tempered as long as they checked Mireshed. I was really kind of hoping that that was going to be deeper. And then I would have had Tempered while some other people would have Master, but that's just not going to happen. That was a good room. I hate it when this stealth host just decides not to get hit by the splash damage for whatever reason. Was not in right position for that. Decent recovery. bad patterns for me. Come on. Really? Alright. Well, luckily for that early big key in GT, this time won't be too bad. Here we go. All right. Good finish. All right. So there's time on that seed. I'm going to let the credits roll, and I'm going to take a quick break while that's occurring, and then we'll set up for the pots and bones and stuff like that. So I will be right back. Enjoy the credits, and we'll see what my final in-game time was. So, BRB. Hey, I'm back. Hey, that's not too bad for what we're looking at for times on this, especially the item collection rate's a little bit lower than my usual probably. So, I don't know. We'll see how that pans out compared to everybody else. I don't know if anyone's actually finished the seed because it just got posted kind of overnight. It looks like a couple people did. 151.30 and okay, so Doggy got a 142.10. That puts me within the range again. So I guess my time's not too bad considering. He pushed off Eastern until really late. That sucks. He went into ice as well. See, so he went bow hunting in pod or in ice. So he must have sequence broke the mountain. So me not sequence breaking the mountain to not get the Dark World access probably was smart because it kind of got me into Eastern, and I didn't wait too long to get in there because the other bow was Mimic Cave, so there's just no way. Yeah, so I think I got, and then someone else last located Fire Rod. I mean, Fire Rod being on Green Pendant pod and pod itself having nothing in it was pretty awful. Let's not lie. Uh, yeah, that was pretty brutal. All right, so I'm gonna just do this for now. I'm gonna just type in my times and collection rate, and I'll add on to this in a little bit because I want to go ahead and get set up here with this pots and bone seed and see what this is gonna end up doing to me. That should be interesting. All right, so sit tight. I'm gonna just switch over to this so I can set up BRB.